It's selected. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing. Let me check YouTube real quick. Ay. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing. Alrighty, that works. Let's grab some music.
Hottest festival of the year has
That's
flamed.
an advertisement. Alrighty. Salutations and welcome to Swordtember. I'm once again jumping around because there's certain ones that I want to do and certain ones I don't want to do. And also, I still feel a little bit sick. I'm planning to do a doctor's appointment soon. But for this, I was thinking of doing. So let me show the image again. As you can see, we have a couple of options here because last time I left off, it was I left off on day 7, right? I skipped Battle Mage, and right now we would be on day 23, which is Assassin slash Rogue Blade. So I'm thinking I'm going to skip Hunter, Elemental. I already have a Fighter Sword I showed last stream, and Inventor, unfortunately, I'm also going to skip. Because there's a lot of stuff that I'd want to do for that, and unfortunately, I don't have the time to do that. So it's going to be Ballad, Otherworldly, and Cleric or Relic Sword. Before we start, let me just do a couple things real quick. I gotta grab this. Yeah, okay, so let me do this. Control C. Alrighty. I also have people who might join in later, or I also have a person named Plague here, although their voice is a little shot at the moment. Change that to live chat. Do this. Scroll down to here. Go over to here. Sorry, I'm just setting some stuff up. Every time I stream, I gotta sadly do this process. I'm working on a way to make things better for so I don't have to do that. Alrighty. And with that, let's start modeling. So the first one I said I was going to do was, I believe, Bard. Oh god, how did I already forget? Yes, that would be Ballad or Bard. And I have an idea for this. Shift A, Mesh, Cube. like most swords, it's going to start with a cube here, so we're going to shrink this down along the Z and X axis, so spare the Y. Okay. Subdivide it. And it goes like most swords normally do. My mouse is also acting weird, so I do apologize. Okay. Alright, so now what we're gonna do here... Actually, hold on. Yeah, we're going to instead grab this, this, this. GY, oh, no, GX. Alrighty. Let me see. Okay, yeah, no, that's not the way to do it. Yeah, that'll work, I guess.
Yeah.
No need to be a perfectionist. Oh, hey, Tiger.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm just working on a sword.
Yeah, just getting my shit rocked in deadlock.
Hmm.
I'm running gag at this point, but I'll live.
Shift R, R. And one more. There we go. Alrighty. And now for the way I'm gonna make this a bardic sword. I gotta do Shift A, add in a cylinder. Okay, so we have this sword here. It has what looks like a notch in it, but there's a reason for that, because I'm going to be using another tool called the array tool. It's not going to be on the x-axis, so we set that to 0. We set the y to 1, because that's the one we want to duplicate across. But actually we want it to have a little more space, so we're going to do it like this. Maybe like a 7.5. Then we're going to increase the count a little. Not that much. Somewhere around 7 maybe. That works. And we're going to apply that array. Because now we're going to do another tool called a boolean. And I believe that should have... No, that oh, I set the boolean wrong. That would be why. You'd set the boolean to the sword. Go. Let's see if that did it. Yep, it did. Cool. Actually, you know what? I should probably... There's another thing I was gonna do before all that. But now you guys know what I was gonna do there. But so what I have planned for this is, for a bard, I would think, okay, their sword is gonna make noise when they strike something. And so with that, I'd want holes in it, so then when it slashes through the wind, I would want it to make sound. However, the other thing is that, you know, I wouldn't think of a bard having like a traditional long sword. They do, but, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be. So we're gonna dissolve these edges here. Move this along the x-axis so it's more centered. There we go, perfect. And so now we can do what we did last time, which was generate array 2.5. Apply that array. Give this a boolean. Apply. Yep. Delete those because we no longer need them. The other thing about this is it adds unwanted geometry. So that's a maybe. It's too much. It'd be too much work to just clean it up, so it'll be fine for now. Besides, if it really mattered so much, I could possibly just redo the topology. Now, what I had planned was I was gonna bevel these a bit, but honestly, they're kind of fine the way they are. I currently don't know what the fuck to do in Blender against Space Tree, but other than that, I'm almost completely done before I apply a waypoint remove to. That's good, Billy. Doesn't sound like an issue. Okay, so with this, alright, whatever. S Y0. Fuck you mean what? Oh, SX0. There we go. That's why. Sorry, I'm just trying to check the edge of this because it looks a bit off. Should be fine. By the way, I looked over the standard Rigify human body rig and specifically went over the face. Are the nose and ear bones necessary at all, do you think? Most face rigs I've seen use way less bones. Rigify face. Yeah, so there's optimal Rigify and there's other things. It kind of, like, I personally don't think you need to rig up ears unless you plan to have them, like, move around with, like, stuff. I think it should, like, maybe you should, just in case, so it moves with the head, just have it be, like, a static kind of, rig. other than that, it doesn't really matter too much. There we go. GX. Yeah, no, I believe you can. Again, Billy, it's been a while since I've rigged things, but I believe you can, but I'm not sure how viable or how optimal that will be. I'd say go for it. Like, again, test it. Just make sure to incremental save, so you could go back to the one you did before, I guess, is my big thing. Plague, that's kind of funny. Alright. First selected, cool. You two, give me some ideas for what I could make the guard for this blade be. It's supposed to be a bard blade. I also need to pick up on Photoshop. See what yeah, but there's better things in Photoshop, I'll say, Billy. I mean, not better things, but Photoshop. If you get Photoshop, you're sadly gonna have to pay for the entire Adobe suite. Unless you're doing a different thing, in which case I'm not gonna say, just in case. There we go. I'm just optimizing the mesh a bit. go. Alright, everything looks good on the mesh now, or at least better. Tab, Shift A. Oh right, I have an idea for this actually. Okay, tab. Now what we'll do is first I need to make sure that when I do this, it's okay. So alrighty, that works.
I've turned with the dinner.
Huh?
I'm back.
Ah, welcome back.
Hard sword going well.
It's going. Let me see here. How do I know there's a way to make the faces actually not be wrong. Nope, that didn't do what I wanted to do. Oh, and I have to look up something for once. Oh, so I did have to be in Blender, or I had to be in edit mode, alright. Okay, so mesh. Knew it had something to do with normals, but I didn't know where it was. Flip. There we go. That works. Goes new. Control B. That's going to not do good on that. Actually, let me first... no, that's not what I want to do. First, we're going to do Control A. We're going to apply the scale. Then we're going to select this and this. Oh, I applied the scale, but not... Alright, hold on. Tab, Control A, all transformations. Now, Control V, this should work. No, it does not. Why are you like this? You know what, it's fine. I have a solution anyways. There we go. That might be why. Control B. Oh, yep, that does it. Okay, no. Control B. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now we have that. Shift A. We're gonna need another cylinder. Alrighty. Anyone got interesting facts to share? Alrighty. There we go. we go. Alright, there's the bard sword, the whistling sword, if you will. I like it. I mean, it could have put more time in the handle here. Oh wait, well actually no, I didn't even... Give me a second, it's not finished yet. I realized I didn't even fucking do anything about this. Would have been a real piss poor sword. There we go. And then also, you know what, I guess I can do a little more. You selected, Shift S, cursor to selected, Shift A, maybe do a cube here. There we go. Alrighty, and there we go, the Bardic Sword. File, save. Alright, I dubbed the Ballad of the Blade, or Blade of the Ballad. You do 1d6 damage, and you can spend a Bardic Inspiration to deal psychic damage as well. There you go. Alright, new one, General. Let me turn on the light in my room because it's starting to get dark. Okay, so I'm stuck between two swords for, I believe I said I was doing warlock. Yeah.
As apparently, Doc died in 7 Days to Die accidentally Viva collapsing of a tunnel.
Yeah, I saw that too, and that sucked.
I haven't missed with 7 Days to Die. I should do that again.
Yeah, I hear they had a bad update though, and I hope they fixed it.
I'm sure they
Alright.
probably did.
I think I know what I'm gonna do for the warlock blade now. Shift A, mesh, cube. This one I will make a normal long sword, but with a bit of a more design to it, I guess. So same procedure as usual, we're going to subdivide it. In order to give it more surface, we're going to take these, we're going to merge at center. Take these, merge at center. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab this, Control plus, and now we're going to extrude it a bit. There we go. And actually we're going to do our beveling up to here instead of near here. Control B. Alrighty. Shift A. We're going to make another cube here. There we go. Add a mirror modifier to this. Shift A, and then we'll, no, Control A, apply all transformations.
Man, I'll be honest. If I ever do anything, any of the bullshit these shivs do on the YouTube, like, shorts timeline, I'm seriously just gonna quit Deadlock, because at that point I've played enough to just master my shit.
I mean, yeah, there's some
I-
people out there that really know what they're doing because they've basically no life to game.
I'm gonna be honest, that's just really fucking cool looking.
What is? Just center. There we go. And then I had one more thing I was going to do for this, which was Shift A, circle, there we go. Generate, Boolean, A. Oh no, Control A. Apply the scale. Damn, you know what? No, it'll work this way anyways. Sometimes the small detail isn't worth it.
Fair enough.
There we go. Alright, and that'll be it for that sword.
Groovy.
And this sword I dub Hell's Requiem. So it's a warlock sword, so it has to be edgy. Either that or I'm naming it Fluffles McGee.
You should call it Cupcake.
Yep, you know what? I could call it. You're goddamn right. I could. You know what? This sword is dubbed Cupcake.
Yeah, baby.
Alright, now let's save this one. This is day 14. Let me go back to day 13 real quick just to take a picture of that as well. Alrighty, and now I am... You know what? Hold on, let me see. Cleric is day 20? I think I'm gonna cut this stream short because one, I'm at 69 minutes, that's hilarious. But also two, I could save some of these for next time. So thank you for stopping by. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. As always, remember, be good people.